This movie. Duck. Duck. Duck, 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 duck. Quack. Donald Duck. Duck, 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 duck. Down in Dirty Duck. Duck, 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 duck. This was a movie. Okay, so allow me to try and comprehend what the duck I just watched. So this movie was created. Well, let me see. Directed by Charles Swenton, who I guess has his share of works in the future. I mean, hold on. Let me look. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, apparently. Five Goes West, Rugrats, Mike, Lou, and Og, Puff the Magic Dragon. It's like a half-hour TV special based on the, Peter, Paul, and Mary song. Anyway, and it stars the members of Flo and Eddie. So, yeah, they're musicians, and they also do the music for the movie, and, yeah, honestly, the music's probably the best part. Yeah, probably the one thing I will say is legitimately good in this movie. The rest of this stuff, well, I can't necessarily say I hated it, but, well, so yeah, I'm not even gonna bother going into details with the story. Like, it's about some guy who goes on some little misadventure with an anthropomorphic duck who clearly is supposed to look like Donald Duck. And and I guess it's about the guy finding his confidence, because he starts out as a, walking doormat, but by the end he becomes confident and all that crap, and oh yeah, and the duck turns out to be female by the end, and it's like a, surprise scene where the, main character Willard just starts, making love with the duck, and, we find out that the duck actually has, breasts and all that good stuff, and yeah. He still has a male voice, but yeah, he's a female. Or she's female, yeah. You get the point. But yeah, I'm not even gonna bother with the story other than those basic themes. Again, this movie pretty much has the same kind of elements that you see in all these other adult movies. Almost every single character, if not every single character, is like, this horrible piece of crap. And, but, there's like stylish animation. It's not as well animated as like the Fritz movies, but, actually, the movie was originally going to be called Cheap, which is obviously supposed to represent the cheapness of the animation. Although I would debate how cheap it looks. I mean, well, I don't think it's hard to argue that it looks pretty crappy, but I don't know. Compared with some of the other movies I've reviewed lately, I'd probably say it's not that bad. I mean, I guess you could debate if it's better animation than those other movies, but it's at the very least more compelling to watch. Um, you know, it's more interesting. Uh, I wouldn't really say anything negative about the voice acting. It's fine. Again, the music is the best part. The songs by Flo and Eddie. Um, and yeah, there's all sorts of crazy visuals. Some of them are just absolutely random, and some of them, yeah, some of the visuals kind of seem heavily inspired by Terry Gilliam's Monty Python animations. Um, let's see. I mean, yeah, but yeah, this is like this is most sorry. Yeah, this is quite possibly the weirdest movie I've ever seen in my life. And I guess that's saying something considering some of the other animated films I've been watching, but yeah, this one I'd say takes the cake out of all of them, and much of the time you have like no idea what the hell's going on. Um, you know, and but I guess it's one of those movies that you probably should be like a stoner to like really enjoy and appreciate. Like there were other movies where I like said where I basically dared dared potential viewers to take some LSD before watching it. But for this one, I kind of feel like it's necessary. Like, honestly, I'd probably say only stoners are gonna have any idea what the hell's going on. Um, but yeah, they're not. Well, I mean, overall, it's just random things happening, and I guess it's supposed to represent certain things, but they don't explain it very well, and much of the time it's stuff that unrelated stuff coming out of nowhere, and yeah, uh, yeah, just confusing, and let's see if I can name like the highlights of the film. We have like a naked lady's torso with arms and legs, no head. Her breasts are her eyes, and she's got like I forget what it was on her stomach. That was her mouth. Might have just been a mouth or something, but whatever it was. Yeah, maybe I don't want to know. Um, what else? The main character's weird tendencies, like he has this some weird drink he puts together with like creamed corn and avocados and yeah. Well, actually, it's for sexual gratification of some sort. And again, the duck just turns out to be female at the end. There's a police officer who changes back and forth from a cop car. So yeah, he can transform into a cop car into a. I mean, it's not like a robot thing. It's more like a you know stoner animation visual thing. I can't explain it. You'd have to watch the movie for yourself. But I will say both of these forms are like very phallic looking, and he talks like John Wayne, and he's incredibly racist, and yeah, that's just one of the many crazy characters we meet in this movie, and yeah. And, uh, I'm trying to think of something else that is worth talking about. I, I honestly don't want to go too, go too overboard with the time. I'm just gonna, yeah. Once again, if there's anything else I need to add, I'll put it in the comments. I feel I really don't need to, you know, destroy my brain thinking about this movie and much longer. So yeah, I'm just gonna say, if you're like a stoner or if you're into the weird Fritz the Cat type stuff, then I guess this movie's for you. Otherwise, if you'd rather keep your movies, what's the word? Comprehensible. Yeah, this is not for you. So yeah, I would. At the very least, I will say it was fascinating, and again, I can't necessarily say that I disliked it, so it's just not a movie I need to see again. So I don't know. Out of sheer fascination, I'm gonna give this movie a 5 out of 10. That might be a little generous on my part, but I don't know. It's interesting enough to get that. So yeah, I guess before I change my mind, I'll just leave it at that for now. So yeah, mash it and smash it. Signing off.